Alright, next on deck we got the eFlite Spitfire. It's a 1.2 meter size. Going to be flying out on high rates on everything. And this does have AS3X active on it. And today we're flying out on a 4S 2200 battery from China Hobby. Coming out on high rates on everything. Relatively calm wind, so we'll just take off to the north. South end of the runway here is in a little bit of a muddy and swampy state, so we'll try to avoid that and stay down here to the north. Alright, here we go. This will be a no flap takeoff. Tail up. We're up and off. Gears are coming up. Walk down here to the north end. Sorry for the bouncing. We'll try to edit this part out maybe if I remember. We're flying along right about half throttle right now on the 4S battery. Give us a high speed pass and climb up. Still going, a little bit of a roll, still going, coming off. This is the stock electronics on here. It does call for a 3S battery. However, I found that it'll handle the 4S just fine, at least with limited bursts of speed like I just did. Now, if you're gonna, fly with your left thumb all the way forward the entire flight, you probably want to change out the ESC. The motor will handle it, but not sure on the ESC. I found that if you have a 50 amp with a 4S battery, no worries at all. You can just fly around full throttle the entire time. But if you're going to vary your amount of full speed, then you can probably get by with a 40 amp. Just got to fly in the Super Easy and transitioning back into this one. I got to remember to keep the speed up in the turns. Leastwise, you'll be taking that walk of shame. I was always a fan of the Corsair and the P-51 Mustang. There's our timer, but we had a little bit of delay on the taxi out, so we got about another half a minute or so. Yeah, I always liked the Corsair, and the P-51 Mustang was my favorite Allied World War II planes. And I bought this, and hell, it sat in the box for probably a year before I got around to putting it together. Finally, Jim had a Spitfire out here, and I decided, you know what, I'll get mine, put it together. So after about 10 months sitting in the box, I put it together, brung it out, and holy moly. I found that I actually enjoy the way it flies more than the Corsair. I still think if you're going to do aerobatics, the Mustang is the way to go, but just nice scale flying, yeah, this Spitfire is definitely a good plane. Been wanting to try one of those eFlite Commanders. It has the same type of wing. I think it would fly a whole lot like this one, but perhaps be a little more forgiving on your aerobatic moves. I think the tips of the wing on it is a little wider than the Spitfires, so it might give you a little more stability. Alright, our timer went off a while ago, so there's our gears deploying. And we'll see if I can remember how to land. I'm only, that's like my probably 6th flight this year in 2 months, so hope we don't get too many bounces in it. It wasn't bad for a memory jogger. Definitely I'll take it. Would have liked to set down a little bit before I did, just because the field is kind of soft out there. But this is a light plane and we came down fairly soft, so no harm, no foul. There you go, eFlite Spitfire on a 4S 2200 from China Hobby. Thanks for watching.